Alright, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy MAUZY coming at you back with some Spectrum series action. And this time, I have a special replay because we're not quite featuring a single player. But when I saw this, then I told myself, okay, I like both players, so we're not quite featuring one, but potentially two players. And I have no idea of the outcome of this game. So I'm really curious to present you both players actually. This game was a semifinals and it was the game 5 basically. And the player spawning in the top left of Curious Minds is the player who sent me this whole replay. It is Mr. 11 as a Red Zerg. And his opponent in the bottom right, starting as a blue Protoss, we see the main nexus of Roy. Okay, so 11 told me that this particular series is pretty much one of the best series that he played. So I'm extremely excited to see what's going on. You see kind of a normal start from both players. We see the hatch gas pool opening from 11, and we see the low ground wall nexus before core from Roy. And of course, we'll see a second gas, then a second pylon. I'm curious what's gonna happen, so remember that being a game 5, I'm not sure if players want to risk stuff. From what I know, both of them are solid players, so I'm really curious who's going to take this series basically. I can't quite recall if it was disclosed by 11 what series this was. And interesting, we see a zealot over here. We already have 2 links chasing down this probe right here. Second pair of links comes out, and the drone is going to... Oh, is this... Oh, it's gonna get blocked. Oh, a nice pylon block by Roy. Cancels the pylon, so... Let's see if we can get the third hatchery going down from 11. And now we see the adept moving across the map. It could be scary with 4 links out if it gets surrounded. Oh, and it might be the case. Actually, a few links could go down. Sends the shade out. And we see the Stargate finishing up. We'll see the first unit soon enough. And the adept just shades into the natural but gets dealt with. Nicely dealt with by 11, and now Roy is kind of in trouble. Gets the zealot out front. Ooh, and this is played really safely actually. These are only 4 links. And we see a shield battery and the gateway go down behind this. Doesn't really want to try and defend with the adept. Now 2 adepts are out, so I believe this gateway could be cancelled. Nice micro here by 11 trying to move away these links. Now the second shield battery doesn't go down. Will we see a cancel on this particular gateway? We saw a void ray moving down towards the ramp. The shade will spot the links, or should spot the links to be exact. And we see safety spores coming down on the side of 11. There's no sign yet as of now of... Okay, I just wanted to say there's no sign of a roach warrant. But now we see another gas, 2 gases actually being taken on the natural spot. Will we see a lair as well? That's my question. We saw the roach warrant going down. And we saw... Okay, so this is void ray production. Also, guys, I have no idea if this was played... Well, it shouldn't should be played on the current patch, so I'm kind of interested why Roy opted for so many void rays. Well, so many void rays actually. Well, that's a third void ray, and this overload hasn't been dealt with. This is an interesting style. 11 trying to figure out if there's a third base. There is, but he is not aware of it.
Under direct assault.
And Roy just tries to massacre this extractor. Will not be successful with it. In the meantime, the third base is going to finish up. There's 3 adepts and 2 void rays, and Roy is only behind 4 robes. That is not a bad sign. There's a couple of roaches on the side of 11, 4 to be exact, and there's a robo and another Stargate. Hold on. Hold my beer. We have a double Stargate. Will it be void rays? That's my question. Ooh, Spore gets in position. Might be taken out, but these void rays are going to get scared off. And yeah, we see a couple of queens as well. So we have a lot of queens actually. I'm curious if this is going to be queen walk. So actually this is confusing casting this game right now. Couple of flings going to the third of Roy. Nice cancel on that single pylon as well. Shield battery finishes up, and that's going to be the end of this Ling aggression. Lings get cleaned up, but this overlord is spotting everything pretty much. And 11 knows that there's 5, or potentially knows that there's 5 void rays. Let's just say there's more void rays than they should be. Hydra's on the way, but he has no knowledge of the Robo Bay. Single robotics facility disruptor play comes into play. Okay, that was weird to say, but it's not as weird as this play style. So usually what happens is when I load up the replay and it's an older version, and it prompts me that it's an older version of StarCraft that the match was played on. And it's interesting because this should be on the current patch. So I'm curious what these Voyagers are going to be capable of. The creep starts to spread pretty decently. A lot of tumors in play. Actually, I need to check that. 22 tumors on the map right now. And this observer is spotting everything. +1 air started not long ago. There's 2 disruptors, third one out. 8 void rays. So double Stargate void ray. Do we see a fleet beacon? I am not aware if there's a fleet beacon. Nope, there's a robo ahead, a robo bay, but not a fleet beacon as additional tech. And more void rays. Triple Stargates. Okay. I think we're going to see the fleet beacon as well. Nope. Ooh, will this be the biggest debate of all time, basically? This is rather interesting. Triple Stargate and Twilight Council. Will it be for Templars, actually? Ooh. These disruptors are stuck behind the wall. Will Roy be able to spot that? Oh, a couple of bios are nicely connecting, but it's not going to be enough to take down this army. 10 void rays, 5 disruptors, 7 adepts. But 2 disruptors are stuck over here. And we still don't see a fleet beacon, so will this be stuck at +1? As you know, the upgrades are not possible to go for beyond +1 for air. Spire incoming for 11. I assume it's going to be corruptors, or maybe mutants as well. Mutas are nice, but honestly, Mutas versus triple Stargate is not going to be the wisest choice. And we see the Ling aggression being dealt with these cannon and shield battery, well, static defense mass. There's a lot of units over here, and we don't see upgrades done yet. +1 attack for melee and range as well are on the way, and Hive is on the way as well. 11 is close to maxed. There's a lot of queens, and soon these queens are going to be able to transfuse on basically well, I would say off creep, but it's not going to be off creep. The creep is just knocking on the door. Oh my goodness, a lot of creeptum is just pushing forward. There's a lot of spores being made, so this spore crawler push is going to try and deal with basically this whole Void Ray army. And that's a massive Zerg army knocking on the front door of the Protoss, but these bad boys could be the key. Oh no, these are all stuck. 5 disruptors stuck behind the wall. 6 Void Rays coming out, 3 at a time. We have 13 Void Rays, 8 disruptors, and 9 adepts. 77 probes, sorry. Ooh, and suddenly the economy looks really decent for Roy. Nice connection on that spore crawler. It's going to be easier basically to take down. Well, I could say it's going to be easy to take down as well. I don't think 11 wants to burn transfuses on basically some spore crawlers, but who knows. Oh, that's a big connection. Big connection on the side of Roy. And another one. Another queen goes down. How many queens do we have left? We have 7 queens left, and I assume not all of them are currently here. There's 1 at each base, if I'm not mistaken. So that means there's 3 queens hidden somewhere over here. There's 2. Where's the third one? Do we see the third one? Not yet. Ooh, the observer gets taken out. And I believe this is called adrenal glands, if I'm not mistaken. So plus, okay, carriers are in production. So finally that fleet beacon came into play. And we have a hydrogen, but there's no lurker den, so I'm not even sure if lurker den would be the best play here. We have mutas on the way. Sorry, not on the way, but they are already out. And charges on the way, as well as +1 carapace is already done for air. And +1 attack is on the way as +2 melee, +2 range as well. Oh, that's big. Oh, this disruptor shot. That was big as well. And now a couple of mutas are trying to assault over here. And if these disruptors just shoot at this army, it's going to be mighty impossible for 11 to win. Roy tries to hold on, but it's a scary Zerg army. There's plenty of shots over here. There's disruptors on both sides. Carriers joining the fray. Big disruptor shot by Roy. Another connection. These are super big disruptor shots. Zealots don't have charge yet, but these shots are connecting one after the other and chipping away 11's army. Both players are banking. And I believe Roy has a better bank at this point. Army supply close to even. Worker supply, well, it's 9 workers advantage for Roy. Mutas try to go in, but I'm not sure about this. Maybe these mutas could deal with stuff, but I am not quite sure. There's only +1 attack for these carriers and Void Rays. And we have 12 corruptors on the way. With +1 finishing in 10 seconds-ish, it's going to be a really interesting fight. Mutas go into the main, try to harass. I'm even surprised that this main is not mined out yet. And Muta's gonna take down this single cannon. A couple of stalkers being warped in, but these Mutas could deal with it. Ooh, and the cannons are chipping away a lot. These carriers and Void Ray mix is going to deal with the Mutas. And all of a sudden, Roy is looking to pressure 11 a lot more. Ooh, a couple of zealots. Some friendly fire by the disruptors. A couple of tumors go down. Creep is pushing, is getting pushed back little by little. Roy, I forgot to mention that, but Roy's base in the top right is uncontested, as well as this one at the 6 o'clock position. While 11 is as well on basically 5 bases, but we already know that an even base Protoss versus even base Zerg is advantage for Protoss in truth. Zerg wants to be up some bases. And this is basically the not mining 5th base of 11 that's going to go down, which means less larva to be produced. Dark Shrine on the way, as well as +2 air. Another Spire is on the way for those double upgrades, I believe, at least. And 11 tries to grow into the bottom left. There's, oh, that's a nice nice abduct. Yep, that's what it's called. I wanted to say harpoon, but actually I think that would have been cool as well. And we see, well, we see a couple of abducts over here. I think Roy needs some Templars. Ooh, nice parasitic bomb. Trying to deal with these carriers and void rays. There's 3 Vipers with decent amount of energy. Couple of disruptor shots are being thrown at 11. Oh, and this parasitic bomb is actually huge. It's actually huge, but the hatchery just goes down without any issues whatsoever for Roy. And all of a sudden, the game just looks in favor of Roy. He's chipping away 11 slowly but surely. And will we see a ground transition out of Roy? There's gonna be 14 gates when this is finished. And he has a huge bank. He's going for Blink and DT Blink at the same time. There's already charge. +1 air armor and +1 attack is on the way. So you have double robo production. Roy is actually macroing impeccably. That is really, really nicely done by Roy, I have to admit. But 11 is doing a nice job trying to deal with this Protoss aggression. The only issue is basically expanding, and DTs are being warped in. 19 drones go down. These DTs are growing into every single place. 24, 25, 26, 28, 30, 34. Oh my goodness. Half of 11's workers are just massacred. The infestation pit is gonna go down most probably. And the Hydroden as well, maybe. Will this go down? That's the question. Ooh, that Hydroden survives on a sliver of HP. But the infestation pit is going down. A Zealotron Buy is going into the bottom left. And the whole army of 11 is just marching down towards that bottom left side. And now Roy has 6 bases versus technically, well, I guess half a base or a whole base of 11. 8 more drones go down. 25 workers to the 75 of Roy. Roy is just massacring 11 right now. These 2 adepts are gonna get dealt with pretty fast and pretty easily. And now 11 tries to go for a desperate counterattack, I feel like. Let's see what base he chooses. Will he go into that top right, basically? Question is, I believe he knows about... Oh, hold on. He doesn't know about this base. And he's going to get surprised. Okay, he sees the gateways. He sees the base mining for a long time. And now we'll see a big clash of these two armies. Nice parasitic bomb attempt. Will this be enough? A couple of disruptor shots. Oh my goodness, they connect all of them. A nice set of bios. And Broodlords arrive and join the fray. Will these Corruptors, Hydras, and Broodlords be able to deal with this well, mixed Sky Toss, Ground Toss army? Carriers are being chased away by the Broodlords. And this Nexus is gonna go down. And now drones are, probes are being massacred, I'm sorry. 11 is chipping away. This looks like working out. We'll see if that's the case. Blinkstalker's trying to deal with this Corruptor army, but that's a lot of Hydras chipping away at the production. There is a huge amount of Zerg just marching across the map, little by little, but 11 is not producing anything. He's not out of money, and he's not out of larva. He has 9 larva in the bank. He just tries to go for this desperate counterattack, and looks like he's succeeding after all that Roy has done. He's recalling some of the units to the fresh base, and he's giving up the main. Wow, this is a banger of a game so far. Look at this army just chipping away the Protoss units. This is a beautiful execution by 11, and now gets back into production, gets a base, another base, but a couple of Zealots just go into the main, go straight for the Hydra then. And now, will they go for the Spire? And they go for the Spire and the spawning pool. And will we see... That's a massive Blinkstalker army. A few more drones, probes, sorry, why am I keep saying drones? A couple of probes go down. We're getting close to basically low mid-game type or early game type of worker count. The issue is 11 has 15 workers, so his mining is terrible compared to Roy, but these Broodlords are still in good shape. So question is, will he go for the production as well? We have 10 more gateways and a single Stargate, but we have 14 cannons on the map. 4 of them potentially will go down, trying to deal with everything. 11 just peeing on the buildings to get more use of these Corruptors, since these are potentially kind of useless, I would say, against these Blinkstalkers. 21 probes go down, and oh, what? Okay, will you guys return minerals to the hatchery? Roy is just mining every single mineral that he can. We have this base that has 2 mineral patches left. Basically no natural, no main to mine from. And that bottom left was cleared out, so that 12 o'clock-ish base is the only one that's still mining. And the Broodlords are being caught off. Hold on a second. Roy might have just done it. And looks like at 25 minutes, it really looks like Roy has done it. GG is called, and Roy takes the game. Oh my goodness. Both players go under basically 100 supply each. But Roy, with the ground toss transition, just in time before the Broodlords arrive, and rendering the corruptors useless, takes out 11 in a banger of a game. Cannot even imagine what the series was. Luckily, we got potentially the best game, the decider one. Congrats to both players. Holy moly. All right. Guess that's going to be it for this episode of the Spectrum series. I hope you enjoyed. And if you enjoyed, consider subscribing for more. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. And of course, you can point out mistakes, you can point out certain ideas. I'm open to everything. So yeah, feel free to give me any kind of feedback. It is definitely welcome. So thanks in advance for that. Special shout out to both players actually. I'm not even sure that if Roy knows that this game is casted. But special thanks to Levin. Special shout out to him for sending me this replay. This was a banger of a game. So I'll just say the same thing. If you wish to see more any of these players, well, I guess 11 more or less, let me know. Special shout out to CSO Esports, as always, for supporting me as a content creator and a player and a caster and a person. Much love for you guys. And yeah, on behalf of myself and Spectrum series crew, I was MAUZY, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Peace.